It was a dark April night, and I couldn't shake the unease in my chest. A woman named Emily Harris had come to see me that day, and little did I know that her story would shatter my sleep and leave a lasting weight on my heart. 15 years ago, Emily gave birth to twins at a maternity hospital. But according to the nurses, only one of the babies had survived. Ever since, Emily had lived with a strange, heavy feeling, as though something had been stolen from her. She often dreamed of holding two babies, not one. She was convinced she had lost a child, even though no one believed her. Most people would say it was grief, maybe postpartum trauma. But something about the way she spoke, so sure, so haunted, made me dig deeper. I reopened the old case. I searched through documents, hospital records, security footage. But strangely, there was absolutely no record of a second baby. Nothing. Not even on the cameras. The footage from that night was conveniently marked as corrupted. Technical failure, they said. But I wasn't buying it. Someone had erased the truth. My investigation led me to the doctor who had overseen the delivery. Doctor Sarah Miller. She now worked in a small clinic outside the city. Quiet, well respected, seemingly harmless. But at her home, I noticed a teenage boy named Nathan. And there was something about his eyes, the shape of his face, something that reminded me of Emily. Quietly, I collected a DNA sample. When the results came in, my heart nearly stopped. Nathan was Emily's biological son. He hadn't died. He'd been alive all these years, raised by Sarah as her own. Emily had been told a lie, a brutal, unforgivable lie. I confronted Dr. Miller. At first, she denied everything, but eventually the truth cracked through. She claimed that after the birth, Emily had fallen into a deep depression. Unfit to raise two children, she said. So she had made a decision to keep one of the babies for herself. She told Emily one of the twins hadn't survived. She faked the death, forged the paperwork, and disappeared with the boy. She called it compassion. I called it kidnapping. We arrested her immediately. At the trial, her lawyers painted a picture of a well-meaning woman who had done what she thought was best. But the evidence was undeniable. The court found her guilty. But the hardest part was what came next. I stood there as Emily met Nathan for the first time. He didn't recognize her. His whole life he'd believed Sarah was his mother. He was scared, confused. But Emily stood there crying, holding her hand out. "I never abandoned you," she said through her tears. "I've looked for you every day." Nathan's face changed. Slowly, carefully, he stepped forward and hugged her. "I'm sorry," he whispered. They were finally reunited, but nothing could return the 15 years they'd lost. I thought that was the end, but one night I came home to find an envelope on my doorstep. Inside was an old, faded photograph, taken in a corner of the maternity ward. In the background, there were two other babies, their faces marked out. On the back, written in neat, chilling handwriting, this was only one of many. "We're still watching." "Jay." "My name is Officer Daniel Lee. And I thought this case was closed, but the real horror has just begun. No matter how dark it gets, I will keep the light burning.